Hi, Scorpio. This is Just with your November 5th, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Scorpio, for some of you, I'm going to start straight away with some things that people may think is a very touchy subject, but my condolences for some of you. You may have lost a child. This pregnancy, for those of you who may be pregnant, may be a bit of a challenging one. It may be the most challenging one. It may be very difficult to get induced, to speed up the due date. Even growth is what I'm saying, which could be a challenge for the child to grow. So something about development with this particular child could be problematic at this time. So all the best to you for any of you Scorpios out there that are pregnant and maybe having a difficult time with that. Turning down a job, missing an opportunity could have been a reality for some of you, but it doesn't count you out because you may have already had another opportunity come your way. I feel like this one will be a healthier one. So if any of you are going into a new working situation, it is a healthier situation than anything if you dealt with prior, especially if you had problematic situations. And you feel like now that you're able to probably start this job, get a job, or your finances are increasing, excuse me, if you have your own business, you may find a way to not be so boggled down and tied down to your business. But making more money gets you closer to where you want to be. And for some of you, it is to move as far away from situations, particularly family members, as much as you possibly can. If a known, a familiar place. For some of you, it's back for some of you, not all of you, but it's back to that place of needing to move, wanting to move, not happy where you live. Everything in your home may be okay, but just the people in it, it could be a problematic situation. Some of you, you're having problems with a mother. Doesn't have to be your mother, but it's a mother situation that's very problematic. And some of you feel like, you know what, the best thing for us to do is just to move, or for me to do is just to move. I can't wait for that time, but it's very divine timing in which the time you will move. So anything prior to that would only bring you full circle to move again, to move again, to move again. So just keep that in mind. And some of you, you're keeping your eye on that prize, keeping your eye on, once I have this amount of money, once I go to this stage, I'll be where I need to be. Sadness over loss. Some of you may have had to put, or you would be putting up to 3 people behind you. You may have lost 3 people. My condolences if there's been an actual physical, literal loss for any of you. But there's a big decision that needs to be made. And for some of you, it could be leaving one job for another, leaving home, disconnecting from friends and family, people that are familiar to you. And some of you may feel like the situation is kind of hopeless. Okay. Again, mourning someone. Some of you, like I said, it could be mother energy. It could be just about anyone. But you feel like the growth of this relationship with someone in particular that could be quite important to you at one point, there's no growth and there's no hope that this situation is going to turn around. Some of you may feel judged by a particular person. You may feel like they see you as a failure. This is what I'm getting here. Some of you may feel like it's out of your hands. Where this situation is going to go, it's kind of not yours to control, if that makes any sense. And some of you may feel as though whatever is being offered to you, you don't want it if it relates to other people, right? Family situations, that sort of thing. Even it could be friends. It could be anyone. Everyone situation will be different. I feel financially your money is going to increase. So you definitely have good financial cards coming up for you, particularly towards the end of the week going into next week. Monies will increase. And with that, you will start to feel a little bit more confident, especially if you are a Scorpio woman. You may feel very, but this is for any Scorpio. You will feel proactive, passionate, independent. But you may look at your future, like where you're going, and not feel like you have everything that you need to get exactly what you want. It's a timing thing, guys. It's like I was telling Capricorn, it's a kind of divine situation. Out of your hands, it's going to happen, but at a very specific time. So now when it comes to areas of love for you guys, I feel now I have to say, let me back up a bit because going into the second week, some of you don't go quitting your job now. Don't go quitting your job. Um, don't get to a place of despair where you feel like, I'm just going to leave. I don't need this. Or, hasty decisions shouldn't necessarily be made, especially out of emotions right now. We're in Mercury retrograde. So you're going to only, experience and have to deal with this again. So try to stay the course if you can. If something is happening out of your control, that's one thing. But if you can control it, try your best to not do anything too hasty. Absolutely. Fire signs, I do see that they can be quite a blessing and not necessarily a curse, but a challenge is what I would say. If you're dealing and you have in your life air signs, I do feel like there's a resurgence of communication with air signs, one that will foster more peace and harmony together. So I do see kind of mending fences with air signs. Not completely 100%. You're not all the way out the woods with air signs, but you're getting there. Earth signs, if you are dealing with any earth signs in your life, you're encountering earth signs. They will be the ones that you may aspire to be. You may look at them and feel like, that there's some form of admiration that you may have for earth signs and how they carry themselves. You also may discover something about an earth sign. Some of you could feel like, yeah, this person is a great model, a mentor, but then others of you may not necessarily want to move forward with it. Earth signs are very self-focused right now, so to get their attention may be a bit of a challenge. And if you're dealing with other water signs, such as yourself, trying to look and see if there's not in the best place. If you know any other water signs, definitely check out on them. You may already know what the problem is, and it's like, well, it's nothing I could do about the situation, but yeah, they're not in the best place, and it has a lot to do with family. It could be love. It could be something that is very close to them that can be a bit problematic. Now, love. Well, when it comes to matters of love, a lot of you guys are taking a step by step, day by day, hour by hour situation to move away from a situation that wasn't the best. You could be married, living with someone, but someone's not completely happy, right? But you're trying to get out of that. You guys probably are trying to get on the other side. Someone is probably going to get divorced or in the midst of a divorce, excuse me. This could have something to do with a third party situation. This is not everyone's issue, so don't make it yours if that's not the case. For those of you who it does include a third party, you may feel like the situation is hopeless, helpless. You're tired of being manipulated. Some of you may feel like you've been manipulated, you've been duped. There's someone that possibly is reneging on moving forward when it comes to being together. Now, I see it two different ways. Someone is reneging on proposal, moving in together, or going a distance, whatever you was in with the assumption it would be. There may be a reneging. If it has happening now, don't stress yourself because Mercury retrograde, they'll be back. And you guys will go down the same path again at some point, I guess, when Mercury in retrograde comes back again. But others of you definitely are getting past whatever problematic situations you may have. Not in this week. It may not all culminate and all be great in this week. Some of you may still feel like, the jury is out on if we're going to do this. And, someone is manipulating you. It's like you can kind of see right through it. You're seeing that the situation is not going to work. It's kind of like the Sagittarius reading. It's kind of crazy because I'm doing it literally 2 days later, but it's kind of like that Sagittarius reading where I'm getting the sense of it's very apparent of what the situation is, and you may be paying attention to every little nuance with someone, but you just don't have the faith that the situation is going to kind of work out. I see there's been communication. So it's been a lot of communication coming out, and someone just kind of wants to be free while the other person still kind of wants commitment, wants probably teamwork, teammate. Also, someone may want a relationship, that loyalty, that tradition in which you're known to have. And somebody is just not necessarily wanting to do that. Okay. I almost feel like, where did it all go wrong? Someone could be saying that to their parent, sister, friend. Where did it all go wrong? It's kind of what it looks like to me. Now, this person who's looking to be free, they are planning that. They're keeping their eye on that prize. If you feel, Scorpios are really good at their intuitive side. If you feel like this person kind of wants out, pay attention, get your ducks in a row, make sure that you are okay, because this person could definitely leave at some point. It's like divine, so they are going to leave at some point. For some of you, this is not for all of you. For some of you, this person may take a leap, and it's together you have to move, because someone's mother is problematic, most definitely. And it's like, if we're going to be the best that we can be together, we got to leave this area, we got to leave the state, the country, we just have to move on. And it won't happen necessarily this week. Money is not there, or the plan isn't completely formulated. There's some missing links about being able to do it right now, but the aim and the goal is to leave, and I definitely see that coming to the forefront. Some of you, it could be as soon as Aquarius season, which is February 2020, Virgo season, or Taurus season is the main times that it looks like it could be possible. For you, those of you Scorpios that are single, I see that some of you are coming out of heartbreak and pain. You may still side eye everyone. Don't trust them. Don't feel like this is, love is not for you. Commitment is not for you. You may see a woman that you're quite attracted to now. Realize that she's single, available, or start noticing who's single and available. Even if you're a Scorpio woman, you may get a lot of attention. People are noticing you, but you may attract a lot of players, so be careful with that. Guys that are quite manipulating, that really isn't looking to do anything long term. Some of you still have someone that you hold close to you, or someone's wooing you, wanting to kind of reconcile the situation together, but you may feel like, no, either they're in a relationship already, or you really don't see that this can go long term. So some of you could be moving on. Now, if you're out there putting yourself out there, like I said, you can meet people, not necessarily the one that you probably would want. So a lot of you may find yourself focusing on your finances, focusing on your career, focusing on this thing. There's a big focus on this thing that's all you really care about right now. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be good. But your focus is on your finances, because when you take your focus off of it, it takes you further back to where you're trying to be. Okay. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, there is a direct divine aim to go and move away from a situation that's problematic. Ten of Cups in reverse. Now, in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship. If you're interested in the extended and what we tackle, you can look in the description box with all the details. We're also going to look at Scorpio singles, not just this week, but down the line, months to come, and see what you guys have coming up for you in the love department. So if you're interested, once again, click that link to the extended, and we can finish off this love reading to see what's going on, dig deep into you and this person. Now, if you would like something personal with me, click the link to my website. You can set something up for yourself. If you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back, hopefully with a better voice and another one. Take care, Scorpio.